Are you looking for media training for politicians? Politicians, that's considered a dirty word with a lot of people, but you either believe in democracy or you don't. And if you do believe in democracy, then someone has to actually put their name forward, run for office. That makes them a politician. At Media Training Worldwide, we have worked with politicians. I personally have worked with politicians from 5 continents, and I've been working with politicians since the 1970s. So what I help politicians do is to communicate effectively through the media. If you found this video, chances are you did a Google search for media training for politicians. So I wanted to introduce myself to you and tell you a little more about what we do. If you're running for political office, or if you're in office and running for re-election, the number one skill, number one asset you can really bring to the table is the ability to communicate effectively to the media and to live audiences. In many cases, it's even more valuable than having lots of cash. And obviously having lots of money is valuable in campaigns too. But learning how to be great with the media is comparatively easier for most politicians than raising millions, tens of millions, or hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's what we do here at Media Training Worldwide. We specifically help politicians in 4 areas. The first is knowing how to come across comfortable, confident, relaxed anytime you're speaking to the news media. Because unfortunately, when it comes to politics, it only takes one ill-timed glancing at your watch during a political debate, as happened to George H.W. Bush, to kind of ruin your image, people's perceptions of you. So that's the first part. The second skill we help people with is shaping a message. How do you go from a complex subject and really boil it down to a 3-part, 30-second message, something that you can say succinctly that people understand and that resonates with voters for every single interview? That's the second skill. The third skill is knowing how to answer questions. Once you start answering questions like, the president is not a crook, and repeating negatives, you've lost the game and you will be on the defensive. Anytime you are defending in the media, you are losing. So we don't teach you how to be phony, baloney politicians and dodge questions, but you do have to learn how to answer questions on your own terms and in a positive context and in a way that a fair-minded person would judge that you answered the question at some level. The fourth skill, the final skill, in many ways the most important, is knowing how to package your messages with sound bites so that you know in advance exactly what quote gets in the final story. That's what we teach people. Now, I can't guarantee, especially in politics, that every single story is going to be great and positive and wonderful about you. That's not reality for politics. But what I can guarantee you is that the skills we teach you, you will increase the odds of getting the quotes you want into any story that's about you or you've been interviewed. That's what we do. Now, we also help politicians get a good stump speech. How do you actually speak to voters in a way that is interesting and that's memorable and that stands out from all the other candidates? That's hard. Now, when I work with you, I'm bringing to you my experience of having worked with U.S. senators, presidents of countries, prime ministers, members of parliament in different continents. I've worked with political leaders from 5 different continents. And if you're interested in learning how to improve your own media skills or with the skills of politicians you work with, please give us a call at Media Training Worldwide. I'm TJ Walker, 212-764-4955. Thanks.